Hello and welcome to Happy Foot, Sad Foot, your post-game show. It's Darren Miller. I'm here with Travis Helwig.
We did it. We did it. We saw his thighs in person.
Yeah,
and
can
Vince
you, Travis, can you
LaRosa.
back up so that we can continue to see the entire shirt? Yeah, just stay right. Oh, there. Perfect. Don't move.
There it is. There it is. Those thighs were on the pitch tonight. It happened. We made it happen. For those of you who didn't watch the match, LAFC won. It was a pretty handy victory. Are you guys hearing the background music? The music is really loud tonight.
No,
It's not closing. Someone It's fine. You don't need to know why. Look,
we're not. You guys have a great microphone. You're doing.
I just want
so
you
well.
guys to know the vibes in the stadium were great. I know it didn't look full. It felt more full than last time. And I don't know, just start to finish. I know there's a couple moments where it felt scary, but I don't know. It was a fun game to be at. Vince, what did it feel like to watch at home?
The pitch looked better.
The pitch was surprisingly not so bad.
I think this is my theory, and I don't know this for sure. I can't confirm this, but they've done a lot more concerts than they've done ginormous boxing events with a boxing ring in the middle of the field plus a concert at the same time. And I think they've got the concerts dialed in a little bit more, and that's why it looks a little bit better. That's my take on that. As for the game, look, LAFC obviously has more talent than San Jose. I don't think this was like a tactical success per se. We're looking at a formation where they're playing this because they don't have the amount of starting midfielders they will want. Like O'Brien's still whatever visa issues or whatever, he's still not ready to play. So I think it's cool that they're able to switch to this, and it might come in handy down the road. But this LAFC team is just, and I don't want to say coasting, but they're better than their opponent. They haven't really been tested yet in this tournament, and they showed it. And but regardless, you play the teams that you play in front of you, and you win. And they went out there and won. I think the bright side of it was they were much better in possession this game than they were against Austin. That was, I think, that was probably my happy foot, was the ability to watch them actually like set up in the offensive third, move the ball around, move the opponent, do some things. That was cool to watch, because against Austin, let's be honest, it was really rough. But this game, there was one point where they showed the possession stats, and it was like 58% LAFC. And I was like, yeah, go us. I know possession doesn't matter, but go us. We actually had some possession. That's great.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was on purpose or not. Like it seemed like they were kind of like they got a chance, and then they kind of like took some time to reload casually, and then they were like, "Let's put another chance together." Okay, put another chance together. It just feels like I don't know. The main takeaway I had was like, how many times do we have to prove that we can handle San Jose?
Right? Can we? Well, Darren, the new takeaway is going to be how many times we have to prove we can handle Seattle, because that's what's coming up. Is Seattle, and then maybe some more Seattle.
And so we're Seattle at home, on Saturday for Leagues
Cup? No,
Cup?
Seattle away. So Seattle actually has a higher ranking than LAFC.
I thought it was based on last year's. Were they above us in Supporter Shield?
No, it's not based on Supporter Shield. It's based on your CONCACAF ranking.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can we go to VAR on that decision?
Yeah, so we're a couple places off of Seattle.
So we get to play on turf. Olivier gets to play on turf.
Saturday in Seattle will be the match.
And the Open Cup game obviously is not anytime soon, but is that in Seattle as well?
Yes, that will be at Starfire, though, not the big stadium, but I believe also on turf.
Fuck it, let's go to Seattle.
Turf, man. Turf Cup.
Yeah. Do we have is the little like YouTube thing open where people can start throwing tips at us? Like start throwing tips so we can all go to Seattle.
Yeah, pay for us to go to Seattle.
Yeah. not like we asked for enough money, but if you could just send us some more.
Yeah.
Well, as you saw, we get 89 cents a thigh shirt. So
what's that per thigh?
44.5 cents
per thigh.
Look,
I don't want to get too political here, but we're essentially the U.S. military of LAFC podcast.
So
just give us some more money
in the chat. Thank us for your service. That'd be really great.
Yeah, just give us some more money.
I think what I would say genuinely, the thing that made me happiest watching this game is, and it's probably my happy foot for the match, is that right before halftime, the players who were warming up were coming back, and there was a moment where Giroud and Duenas were next to each other, and Duenas maybe comes up to his waist, and Giroud had his arm around Duenas and just was like fucking talking about something. And they both seem so happy to be talking to each other. And that's something that's very special about Major League Soccer, is that Eric Duenas got to have a 10-minute conversation with Olivier Giroud. And I bet it's something he will never forget for the rest of his life. It was such a sweet thing to see. And it was like, great. I'm so happy that we have a person like this back on the team who can mentor the young guys. Because I feel like that's been missing since our boy Giorgio left.
Yeah. It was like, you know that photo of Shaq and Simone Biles? It was kind of like that. But like it was happening though up until then the whole match. Like they're on the same team. They're warming up together. They're just hanging out. It's wild.
Watching TV and like you feel like you should be used to it. And thanks to Nut for the $2.
Thank you, Nut, for the super chat.
Yeah.
I mean so much to me to get the what is it, 80-something cents. So thank you so much, Nut. We love you. Let us up, please. Please like and subscribe. This means the world, Nut.
Throw us the lowest, weirdest number of super chats that whatever's the weirdest to divide by 3.
Nut is what we call a first mover in the space, and we will always remember. But watching on TV, you see Olivier Giroud, and you're like, how does this happen? And like, we should be used to this. I mean, Gareth Bale was here, Giorgio Chiellini was here, Carlos Vela was here. But I don't know. It's just, you look at him and you're like, that's the guy that I was so used to watching at like 6 a.m. on Saturday morning. And now he's about to come on to a game after William Yarbrough. After William Yarbrough, 14. After William Yarbrough decided that he just had a hole in his shirt and like let that. What was that?
Listen, that was too hot. The Bogusz, that was on fire.
We call that the spicy. That's the spicy kielbasa.
That's Polish power. Yeah, that is Polish power.
Yeah. That's a spicy kielbasa right there. You don't touch that.
As someone who's eaten a lot of Polish food, not an ounce of spice in it. It is the least spicy food you can imagine.
Wait, kielbasa is not.
Kielbasa is like kind of. I mean, you can get spicy kielbasa, but it's not a spicy sausage.
Sure. Big on paprika though.
That shot was spicy though. There was some spice on there.
Yeah. Well, he's been out here too long.
Another happy foot I have from this match is the one corner kick we had after Giroud came in the game. Everyone left Denny Bouanga open. And I'm like, that's why he's here. Is now Denny Bouanga is not going to have the gravity when Giroud is in the game. And Denny Bouanga is going to be wide open to, like, obviously that shot was a bit insane, but it was very cool to see him at the back of the pack, like waving because no one's fucking paying attention to him. And I can't wait for that to happen over the course of 90 minutes.
I think one of the biggest things that we might see in terms of like huge positive impact of Giroud over the course of the season is Denny Bouanga Golden Boot. Like that's, I think, the biggest thing that we like. If that happens, it's because of Giroud. It's because he's spending every game just drawing the defense, and I think that's how like Olivera scored a lot of his goals is because Bouanga was doing that for him.
Vince, can I ask you a question? Have you been working on your mustache? Because it looks really good.
I have. What do you think?
It looks. This is the first time I'm like,
great.
It's noticeable. It looks great.
It's very strong. It took a while, but it's really filled in. And now I'm like, when do I get rid of it?
We like mustache in the chat.
Vince's mustache or Hollingshead mustache? I don't know. I think it's like a genuine contest.
Well, Ryan's is definitely, he can go from 0 to 60 or 90, whatever number you want to call it, quicker. Mine took some time, but now mine is definitely
it's a bit
of a higher quality.
In a good way.
This is, whoever's watching, I think this should be inspirational to a lot of people. If you put the work in, good things happen.
Yeah. Just really patience. Patience pays off, people.
I want to say I was a little nervous about this game. I know San Jose is not good on the standings, but they've been very good in this tournament. They just won 5-1. I knew they were coming in. Okay, stop what I'm saying. Efrain Benitez, look, thank you so much for the super chat. It means the war. We're becoming like cam girls very quickly. Thank you so much to Efrain.
Let's split $10 3 ways. Let's do it. We're gonna make it to Seattle, baby.
33. That's almost one.
We're almost there.
We're almost in Seattle. If you want,
he says, "I want to see that shirt in Seattle." We gotta make it happen. Look, if we can't make it, at least maybe someone who buys the shirt can go. That's what this is funding, is us getting the shirt to somebody who can make it to Seattle. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was a little nervous about this game. They've just been playing well, and 5 goals in any game is crazy. And then it's very funny to be like, nope, we beat them again 4-1.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, Darren, to your point about Giroud and just like the things that he does, it's a very small sample size. He comes into a game, clearly they're dominating. But I was just because like we all did, I was just watching his thighs and then happening to notice the things that those thighs were doing. And again, small sample size, but like the little runs, the little movements, like he is obviously he understands the game at a higher level than most players. I honestly cannot wait to see him really get integrated with the team. There was a moment where Boanga just couldn't quite pull off the pass, but it was just the tiniest of runs, like just a curled run off of the center back. And if it would have gone, it would have been on his left foot and he would have had a chance to maybe shoot to the far post. But like those little things, we've been missing that for a long time. Like no offense to Kai Kamara, and Kai is good at what he does, but Kai is a guy that like wants to attack the ball in the air. Giroud is a guy that can find space in behind a defense, even when in that moment, like they were at the top of the 18 and he still was able to find a little bit of space. So I'm really excited to see that going forward. It's just high level play from a center forward. And that's where, again, either he's going to score or that defender's going to run with him, but Boanga's just going to fire a shot with a wide open lane on goal. And that's going to be great for the team.
I think the thing I'm most excited to see from Giroud is him to be wide open in the box and David Martinez to take the shot. I think I'm really excited to see.
I am waiting. The first time that happened.
That's my bet it and forget it for Seattle.
Yeah.
It's not outlandish enough.
You know, if Dave Martinez isn't listening, maybe the coaching staff has stopped talking to Dave Martinez because they're like, Giroud will yell at him and he'll listen to Giroud.
Mikey, come on.
Mikey,
there we go, baby.
We're not going to be able to afford to go to Seattle.
We got to give it back, Mikey.
Go back down to $2. We feel bad that you gave us $20.
I will say,
thank you.
Dividing by 3 is a good number to divide by 3. Thank you, Mikey.
You're at least paying for a beer tonight. Thank you, Mikey.
Without a comment, even.
But the whole point of the super chat is that we have to say your comment.
Tell us what you got to say. Shout out to the world.
Oh, yeah.
We do have callers, by the way, which is a similar thing.
Let's get a couple of happy feet and sad feet from us before we go to callers, just because I feel like I know you have some, Darren.
I have a happy foot. It is, I guess my happy foot is just like Olivera beating that guy and finishing so strong and so confidently just underlines something. I know it's not the first time we've said it, but look how far this guy has come. Everything Vince said was going to happen has happened. I just love seeing him in the state that he's in. It's a little bit tricky now that Giroud is here. I don't know that we're going to see him as often, but it was just beautiful to see that, like, we got a nice little bump from.
So sorry to interrupt you, Darren. Nut has donated.
We're in an auction.
$3.33. $1
and he wants us to say
checked-in bag, baby.
That there's one free checked-in bag.
Does take a cut, so we will not get $1.
But I think what Nut is saying is, put one of us in a bag. Only 2 tickets needed, 1 for free.
That's true. Yeah,
Seattle flights are easy.
Well, definitely, we're almost at enough money to walk to Seattle, which would be huge. Oh my God, Ron Swanson fishing in $1.99.
I can't go on Saturday. Stop.
Speaking of mustaches,
we're gonna make it there.
Ron Swanson, incredible mustache. Thank you for your $1.99. Can't wait to split it 3 ways after giving YouTube a cut.
That's the first amount. That's the first donation we've ever received from a fictional character.
My wife wrote on that show.
Hopefully not the last.
My wife wrote on Parks and Rec. Does that give you anything?
This is your residual check.
Sorry, Darren, you were saying your happy foot before we were.
That's okay.
We got rained on.
Thank you, everybody. This is amazing.
Thank you for the tokens.
Oh God!
damn it.
God, Rebecca!
Stop it!
And they're doing it divisible by 3. That's funny.
Thank you, Rebecca. It's true. I don't know what to do with an even split. We're going to have to figure that out somehow.
This is like when someone's on Twitch and then like a bunch of people show up and I feel so embarrassed. Thank you, Rebecca, for $9.99.
I genuinely did not understand how the super chat worked and did not think that it would even reach these heights. and I'm not
We
saying.
have
And
one
please
more,
listen to
and
me,
we-
people, when I say this. I'm not saying this to goose you to do more. I'm saying, like, it's okay. Just stop. I did not think this was going to happen.
Daniel.
Daniel Angel. San Jose played a good game. Too bad we're better. It's
Yeah,
true.
they were okay.
One more, and we've #hired Vince. I think.
If that Paul Marie goal went in, where he made that run and kind of tried to like hook it off I would have been like, hey, you guys aren't winning this game, but solid.
Dude,
That was that.
Maybe that's a better. I feel bad hogging a second happy foot, but the 25th minute, I believe it was, Hugo Lloris had a genuinely shockingly good save. I was just like, oh shit, goal.
Nope.
And then I was like astounded that he made that save. Maybe it's just from our angle, but like,
no, you were right. We talked about last game where I was like, look, those are good saves. I mean, not everyone makes those saves, but they're not that save though. That's a world-class save. That's another level to get down that quickly on a ball that is in the air and then all of a sudden at your feet. That's a good save.
So sorry, Vince.
Mr. SG, $1.99. Thank you so much. It really means the world that we each get 70 cents. Thank you.
Find Darren for your sticker. Find Darren for your sticker. Next time he's at a game.
I'm out here with the stickers. If anybody's still at the stadium, I'll meet you outside and get you some stickers. I do have stickers. I said I would have them, and I have them. Nobody came up to me and asked for stickers.
Okay. Get through your happy and sad foot before. So
let's get to callers. Do you have anything you want to add before we get to callers? There's people waiting.
It's just so good to be here with my friends. Vince, we tried to get you to come. What were you doing?
That's true.
You didn't want to come. You're the one who doesn't go to games. I go to games.
I know.
Travis goes to games.
I had a day. It was a good day, and we'll see if it bears fruit going forward. But it was an emotional day. It was an up and down roller coaster. So we'll leave it at that. I will say, for the people that didn't go in your section, I looked specifically in that section, 0 tickets, and then you sent me a picture. Completely empty.
Row was empty.
That's the whole problem.
What are those people doing?
Ticket holders not showing up. Oh my goodness.
Darren Keepers, ladies and gentlemen, $4.99.
It's too much. Thank you so much.
Now I'm like, we gotta give this away?
Also, your avatar is someone rock climbing. Is that you? Is that one of you rock? This is like an amazing rock climbing photo. I love it. Thank you so much.
Darren and Kim sat in our seats, or my seats last time. Big fans.
Wait, our seat's way too far.
Seats.
I could not. I mean, I'm so flattered.
I thought we had something. Look, let's get to some callers, right?
Yes.
We've been keeping them. Daniel, you been here any happy feet or sad feet?
Also,
first of all, I just want to say for the record, I love Daniel. People thought that I was mean to Daniel. I'm a big fan of Daniel. Daniel, stay here as long as you want. Say whatever you want. We love you, Daniel.
Oh, okay, but sure, Travis. But
so sorry to interrupt, but AO has donated $4.99.
It's Hot Boy Summer.
Hot Boy Summer. Thank you, AO. Okay, Daniel, now you could say anything you want.
Go.
First, a couple of things. I want to say that Olivier Giroud is officially one of the sexiest athletes in all of Los Angeles. Unfortunately, only Shohei Ohtani beats him, but he's number 2. He's a strict number 2.
I'd agree with that.
Shohei Ohtani. I mean, that's a high bar. I don't know if anyone can meet that bar.
Yeah.
That man is. That's a statue right there. Sorry, go ahead.
Second, if Apple execs want to give Tad Lasso a 4th season, Vince LaRosa should sign up as an extra. But Happy Foots, glad. I'm going to be honest. Not much from a tactical standpoint happened. We just had, we were just LAFC. This was just Tuesday. I mean, come on, guys. San Jose is one of the most miserable MLS clubs in the whole league. They're just a bunch of miserable sons of bitches. But that being said, Happy Foot, we won, of course, and Olivier Giroud made his debut today. Sad Foots, I think it's going to be a rough road because St. Louis, I was hoping they would pull it off, but they didn't pull it off.
Big comeback, I think, Club America.
Yep. So I think I'm confident that we're going to beat Seattle on the road. I think Club America and LAFC are going to be the semifinal, and I think whatever happens, I think looking at the brackets right now, I think Columbus is going to. I think they're a guarantee to be in the final. Looking at the brackets right now, I think they're the favorite on their side. So even if we make the final, I don't know if we're gonna win this thing, but I think we're one of the favorites right now, and I think Giroud really does changes things. It's gonna take a little bit for him to get adjusted, but I'm gonna be like really honest. I think he's gonna score his first goal this Saturday. Unfortunately, I can't watch. Olivia Rodrigo has my priorities.
I get it. Intuit Dome?
Yeah. No, Kia Forum. So
Kia
sorry,
Forum.
Travis, guys, apologize if I couldn't really donate any money right now. I gotta say,
No one needs to ever apologize. Don't worry about it, Daniel. Thank you for worrying about it. So, something you said though, I want to double down on, because I think if we beat Seattle next week, there's a decent chance that we could get into the Champions Cup, because it's the top 3 teams who get in. So even if we end up losing to Club America, there's still a world in which we could clinch Champions Cup, I believe, by getting third. Is there a third place game? How do they even decide that?
There is
No,
a
I
third
don't
place
think so.
game. No, I'm
Is
pretty
it
sure there's
medals
a
like
third
the
place game.
Olympics?
There's
No,
a third
this is-
place game?
Remember, this is a money grab, my friends. So
Right.
third place game.
So, but if
Remember
we
our
beat
brackets? We all
Seattle,
picked a
then
third
we
place
are-
game.
If we beat Seattle, we're 1 win away, 2 chances from getting into Champions Cup, and I think that's a big deal. Daniel, we got a couple other callers, so I'm going to say goodbye to you, but thanks for always calling. We love you, buddy. Enjoy Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Who's on that?
No, we're going in order, Jeff. Bring him on. What do you have to say about this shit, buddy?
So I'd like to start with nominating a Travis Helwig of the game. And by Travis Helwig, of course, I mean a guy who's a little over the hill and it's kind of all downhill from here. And that'd be Ryan.
That's all of
Hollingshead.
us. Let's be fair.
Ryan Hollingshead. Yeah, but I like going after Travis because he kicks a little bit more. Darren, just when I bully Darren, he just sort of looks at me blankly and feels bad. It's not as fun. So I think Hollingshead is playing really rough, fellas. I think the outside back stuff is just not. It's the most nervous I am is that Campos hasn't really stepped up and played well defensively. Hollingshead, just every kind of touches looks pretty bad at this point. And Plint's is playing well, but he can't play both sides. So I think that's my Travis Hull of the game is. I think we need to.
You know what feels good about this call? You know what I like about this call, Jeff, is that this feels like old school Jeff. We're winning, we're playing well, and you're finding some ways to make us feel bad. And this is why we learn to hate you. This is why everyone who listens to this podcast hates that you exist, wishes you didn't exist, wouldn't mind if you didn't exist. And so those things only happen because you did this so consistently. And I think earlier in the season, we didn't have a good rapport. I think tonight we're back. LAFC's on top, and you're saying a bunch of bullshit no one cares about.
You mean that one.
No, I would be sad if you didn't exist. Saying it out loud. Now I'm back to keyfabe or whatever. Kayfabe.
The train's rolling up. So I'll just also say the other bummer for me is that we're only going to have 2 Mexican teams.
So sorry to interrupt. Kicking you off the show. Mario Salazar, 199.
Whoa,
I want to
wow.
see Hafo Sappho thigh. I can't. If
Yeah,
I had
which one of
shorts
you
on,
could
I'd
lift
be happy
Pants.
to.
We're wearing pants. But
Donate
you-
enough.
Wait,
I can't get
you
this
guys
high.
went to the
mic's too
debut
high.
of the Thigh King and didn't wear the 4-inch shorts that I got you?
Here's what I'll say.
Sorry.
If we should get a fundraising number, and if we hit it, happy to post thigh.
We should
happy to
maybe
post
our
that.
next merch item should be just short shorts.
I also want to put it out there that Thigh King is definitely available for Olivier. If I'm the girth monster, he can be the Thigh King, and I think
Mr.
that's
Thigh Man, like Mr. Fry Man.
Mr. Thigh.
Viking like Viking.
Oh, get working on those mock-ups of that logo with the Mr. Fryman.
Mr. Thighs,
Wait,
Mr. Thighs man.
Isn't the
The tip
Mr.
menu-
Fryman
tip
logo
menus in the menu bar.
a fry with legs? Doesn't have arms and legs? Could we give it really like strong
You're
thighs
right.
instead?
If it's a thigh with thighs for arms, that's really horrifying.
Yeah, that's really
No, if it's the
horrifying.
fry like box, but it has instead of just regular legs, it has really like masculine, like strong, thick legs.
Guys, we have other callers here.
Okay,
LAFC
I forgot.
Luke,
I forgot we were
you
actually
want to come
like
on the show?
LAFC Luke, what do you think about thighs?
LAFC
Hi,
Luke,
guys.
What's your take on thighs?
I think they're sexy.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Every day is
Real
leg
eyes
day.
detected.
Every day is leg day.
I'm just gonna apologize because I just got back from Paris yesterday, so I don't know
Whoa.
what time zone I'm in right now,
Oh,
but I
humble
am
brag.
awake.
That's
I am awake.
Okay.
As a fellow European, I just want to say,
Look what you did.
bonjour, je m'appelle Travis. Je suis la jeune fille. Yes, that's French they're speaking. You know, these children don't speak French. They're American. Go ahead, Luke. Any happy feet or sad?
You're a little girl?
Je suis la jeune fille.
Muzzy.
Sometimes.
Muzzy?
Yeah, it was a Muzzy info.
Come on, Muzzy. You guys were around for Muzzy?
Okay, sure.
Travis and I used to do improv
Give us some happy feet and sad feet.
I
Do you
do.
understand every reference one another makes?
I think my happy foot is that. Hold on, I'm getting out of my car.
My camera's been shaking a lot. I'm sorry.
My happy foot would be Matty Bogusz kicking the ball at the keeper and it went in.
Yeah, it's a bold
It
strategy.
went in, right? It went in.
It's a bold strategy. Vince, tactically, what do you think about that? What do you think the tactics were there on that goal?
Low risk, high reward, I suppose.
Yeah. The Yarborough.
How did that ball go
shot.
in?
Luke,
Yarborough
Captain
is
Mayday
made of
wants to
Swiss
know if you brought
cheese.
Griezmann back with you.
I'm sorry?
Oh.
They want to know if you brought Griezmann back with you.
In the chat.
Are you getting out of a car with Anton Griezmann as we speak, Luke?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be talking to you all if I was.
Wow. Okay.
I've never heard the word "yeah" said so unconvincingly.
Any sad feet, Luke?
That's hurtful.
My sad foot is Olivier Giroud because he had like what 2 touches and they were terrible. They're terrible touches. I don't know if he's going to be good for us, guys.
Oh God.
Wow, you're calling him a bust already.
Wow. I think
That
he's
one's
about
for
at the
Vince.
level. I think he's. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't want to say it. Is Olivier Giroud the next B-Rod?
By the way, B-Rod scored 2 goals tonight to beat St. Louis.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would be fun to play them here with B-Rod. I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be
Well,
great.
We wouldn't play them here.
Yeah, we play
Would
them
we
in
play them
Carson.
at Dignity?
Yeah. I think that's their
so
home base
funny.
for this.
That's really funny. He can't. I wish we could play here. He's allergic to these goals. Oh,
Jeff Talk.
Jeff Talk.
Thank you so much for your donation of $1.99 in the super chat, forcing us to say the words we would never say out loud. Jeff was right. Wow, it feels so awful to say those horrific words.
It only takes $1.99 to get us to say Jeff was right.
We found
Luke,
we
thanks
found
so much
out
for
how much our
calling.
souls cost.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
We love you. We got. Let's keep it rolling. LAX Andy at the stadium. Are
Quickly
you
from
there?
David Day, happy thigh. The field wasn't so bad. I think that's true.
Yeah.
It looked better than last time.
Yeah, after more damage, I would say probably. All right, LAX Andy, are you there? You're in darkness.
I have successfully made it to my car with no security guards yelling at me. Right now, round trip from LAX to Seattle for this weekend is about 500 to 600 on Southwest. That's Southwest. Obviously, if you guys want to get a Spirit Airline flight, I'm sure you can get something cheaper.
500 to
That's-
600.
that's the
Yeah, I think
airline
we're
of
almost
Darren and
there.
Travis.
I'm sorry. I think I speak for all of us when I say, of course, we want to get a Spirit Airlines flight. That's absolutely what we
All
would
right,
be
Darren
checking
loves
first.
Spirit Airline.
Yes, I do.
Any happy feet or
Sincerely.
sad feet, LAX Andy, before I get really angry about Darren's airline preferences?
Yeah, we I got a shout. So after the game, Giroud spent a little bit of time. We were surprised, like on the sideline signing stuff. I ran down as quickly as I could. I took off my jersey. I was topless to try to get him to sign it for a minute. But he was there for a bit. He was just kind of spotting stuff. I think I could be wrong about this, but what I think I saw is he saw a French jersey and he's like, "Oh, gimme." And then he like opened it up and it was a Zidane jersey and he like threw it back.
Oh,
I
What did he
don't
do?
know. Or maybe he like took it back and he was like joking or something. I don't know. But that was I saw that was pretty funny.
That's funny.
He probably thought it was a Giroud jersey.
Well, yeah,
That's
when
like
he
genuinely
took the jersey,
Sure,
And
but
then
Zidane's a
open it up.
legend. That's interesting if he like threw it back, or maybe he threw it back because he was like, "Hey, this is a Zidane jersey. I don't want to ruin it for you.
right.
I'm gonna live in that reality because I would like to think that he believes as I do, Zinedine Zidane, who is a Juventus legend, a big fan myself, that he loves that French icon. Although I will say this,
Even I know who
Um,
Zidane is, Vince.
at the Olympics opening ceremony, I'm worried about Zidane and his ability to dress. He needs a new stylist. We need to sit down and have a talk. I am open to doing that for him. So if anyone knows Zizou personally, I call him that. That's his nickname. I would love to have a chat with him about how to wear a suit properly.
Daniel, you just told us you didn't have money to give us. You gave us $1. I won't accept it. I know it's 33
We
cents
have
a
to give it
person.
back.
We're gonna give
It's
it
not
back to
33
you.
cents a person. It's YouTube takes a cut, and then it's whatever that is.
Right. So we will Venmo you back more than you gave us because I will Venmo you $1. Thank you so much for the
Thank you,
$1.
Daniel.
Anything else, Alex Andy?
I'm trying. No, Vince, you mentioned it right before. B-Rod scored more goals in LA tonight than Giroud did. Very, very excited about the potential for an Aguilas LAFC match here in LA. I think that's just going to be a nuts environment. It's going to be crazy. We're a bunch of us are going to get beat up. I'm so stoked.
We played them in SoFi once before, right? In the exhibition game, like the old Leagues Cup.
It was like it was the exhibition. So Chivas played Galaxy, and then LAFC played America. Critically about that game, I always bring it up, is our boy. I can't believe I'm already blanking on his name. Our MLS Cup MVP, the current Galaxy goalkeeper,
John
was
John McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy.
John
Thank
McCarthy
you.
got his hands on like 3 of the shots and they all went in. But he saved it. He was saving it, Andy. He was just saving it.
No, I'm saying it was that experience that proved clutch for him to then be able to come back later that season and help us win the MLS Cup. So I think that was a crucial game. It'll be a wonderful rematch here if it happens. It's not going to be moved to SoFi, people, or the Rose Bowl, whatever.
I pray it won't be. Dignity would be fun. It would be fun to play a game.
It'll be a Dignity. Because SoFi, I mean, preseason NFL's already started. I don't think there's a chance that can happen. Rose Bowl doesn't really. Maybe Rose Bowl, but it's just too quick of a turnaround. Yeah, it's probably too quick of a turnaround.
Is there a world in which Carson would say no?
No, they don't. They can't. That's the thing. That's their home base. So the Mexican teams, because none of the games are in Mexico, they have designated home bases. So I think Dignity is their designated home base.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I hope to get beat up in Carson at a game where no Galaxy fans play. Alex, Andy, thanks so much for calling. We love you, buddy.
Thank you. Much love to Daniel. I know you guys hate him. I know you guys are always trying to get him off the calls as quickly as possible.
Stop.
Much love to Lakewood. Much love to Lakewood.
Oh my goodness.
Just want to repeat, Daniel, big fan. We don't hate Daniel. People think we hate Daniel. We don't hate
this. We don't hate Daniel moment on the show is brought to you by our sponsor, Aquafina. Thank you, Aquafina.
All right, now the moment we've all been waiting for.
He's framed up perfectly.
Please welcome to the show, Danny Two Nips. Danny, remind everyone why your nips are out tonight. You're muted, Dan.
You're muted, but the nips are
That's
not.
fine. Hey, babe, you just stay muted.
Goals. We got a lot of goals.
A lot of goals.
How many goals does it take to see those bad boys?
Some say 4, some say 3.
Well, 3 is in playoffs, right?
3, yeah, for cup matches, but is this a cup match?
Yeah, it depends. I mean,
interesting.
How much do you respect the Leagues Cup?
Because we got 4.
Yeah.
Any
We won't have to worry about it.
any right nip or left nip, Daniel?
Left nip, Jesus Murillo continuing to get on his horse and go do fun stuff and not be costing the team for it.
That's honestly the best way to put whatever the fuck he was doing.
I was cheering so loudly for Jesus Murillo. I don't know what happened, but he's just like decided the last 2 games that he's going to sprint as hard as he can a bunch of times and then be too tired moments later to do very normal things. But it's been fun. It hasn't hurt us yet.
I have a theory on this. I think he realized that he is exerting so much energy to like barely make up for whatever weird mistake he makes and just kind of save his own screw up, that he's like, I might as well make it more fun if I'm going to put that effort in anyway. Like, I might as well do something way more fun than like try to steal it or something and then still make up for it. He's just testing the boundaries of how much he can make up for, and he's still yet to find the line.
Well, the 3 center back is kind of covering up anything like that.
Defense is still solid.
Anything else?
Yeah.
What's your right nip, Daniel?
Right nip is the 3252 showing up, being loud and proud, even
Yeah,
when the
that might help.
stadium's not full. They're going
That's
hard.
true. I think just on like ratio alone to 3252 versus rest of the stadium showing up, this was a very strong showing.
100%. I also like that both left and right nips are happy feet. That's what we've established.
Yes.
Any belly button?
Belly button.
Happy thigh, sad thigh?
I heard that Nathan Ordaz was pouting.
Oh, no. He didn't get asked to warm up until later in the game. Just something that I noticed.
How do you hear that Nathan Ordaz is pouting? Name
You on his family WhatsApp?
Name your sources. What's the grapevine that tells you that Nathan Ordaz is pouting?
I won't give my sources.
That's
Smart
good.
man.
That's responsible.
Daniel, thanks so much for calling in. We love you, buddy.
All right.
See you soon, I hope. Oh, man.
What a weird world we've cultivated.
I love this so much. I'm surprised it's taken this long for someone to comment. Bert Kreischer.
Marcos Ramirez says something that I said to Darren during the game is, how demoralizing must it be to be down 4-1 and Olivier Giroud enters the game?
Yeah.
It just must hurt.
It took a few minutes for them to be like, oh, okay, and just like take 4 guys out at once and just be like, let's officially give up.
And you know they're officially aware that like tomorrow the window closes, and they're like, we're gonna get one. Oh, we're not getting a Giroud. Okay, cool. We'll just go home to San Jose. Thanks.
Yeah, it looks very much like unless something happens in the next 90 minutes, we're not getting our man Antoine, right? Does it end at midnight, Vince?
Yeah. Well, no, midnight tomorrow.
Okay, so we have one more day.
Yeah, so you have one more day, and look, deals can get done as long as it's like agreed and things are signed, and then it can be announced later. But yeah, so for those not following what's going on in Europe, like Atletico's doing a lot of deals right now, and they're trying to move around a lot of players. They've been working on a deal with Chelsea for Conor Gallagher and trying to send players the other way, and those deals have gotten complicated so much so that Conor Gallagher was literally photographed in Atletico Stadium, and they were like, "Oh, he's here, he's taking his medical," and then the deal was off. So they're dealing with a lot of things, and I think it just feels like they're going to keep him at least until the winter. We'll see what happens then. They do have players now like Julian Alvarez that can play that position, and I think they're going to want to give a lot of time to, and they're going to want to get Griezmann's salary off the books at some point, but it doesn't look like it's happening now. So maybe January, if not for sure summer of next year, but that's not going to make anyone happy right now.
It definitely feels to me like at least now we know that third DP slot's staying open. We're not like it's going to be warm for Antoine in January.
Well, there is, so keep this in mind, guys. If a player is a free agent during the window, which there are some free agents in Europe that make money. There's guys like Memphis Depay who you would assume would be like a DP level signing. You can still sign them. You just can't transfer people. So anyone that's under contract right now, you cannot, but you can still sign until September 14th until the roster frees. So you get like an extra month, but obviously their free agents are fewer to come by, and that's a different type of deal. But never say never. Like there's still
I don't want to get people too excited, but I did see that Christian Teo is a free agent officially today. So I don't know if you guys are, I don't want to get people going crazy, but we could be in Christian Teo business again.
Hey, do you need a player to miss the first penalty of the most important shootout of your club's history, but then you still go on to win.
We got a guy.
Well, we've got a guy for you.
You mighty Grizzly Bear.
Yeah. The one guy that you'd be like, well, he's taken so many penalties in his life, and you would never worry about, oh no, there it goes. And there it goes.
He'll
Also,
never be remembered for anything.
The narrowest shoulders of any human, any professional athlete I've ever seen. I don't know how his jersey stayed on. Soccer is a sport that obviously we like to talk about being, it's a thinking man's sport, but you got to have a little bit of physicality. And I just don't understand how it happened. So
now I was just in Europe, Vince, and that's a continent. And while I was there,
we've heard.
As a European, what I noticed is that soccer is not a thinking man's sport. The people there were dumb, and they were fans of England. They were big, dumb fans of England. And so I just want to say, that's
an island not on that continent, and that's why they don't know what they're doing.
And they don't accept the euro anymore. They don't. You have to do passport control. They're not part of Europe anymore, so we don't count them. My people don't count them. Europeans.
If you want to join the show, we posted the link in the chat, and you can tell us what you think about Brexit. Yeah. What do you think about Brexit?
Is that a happy foot or sad foot?
Yeah, what do you think?
Going in the chat, let us know if Brexit's a happy foot or a sad foot.
Just in posterity, how did it end up doing?
Especially in terms of trade agreement and fiscal policy. I would like that.
I have a solid answer for this. Obvious sad foot. They've been suffering ever since they did it. Really dumb idea. They wish they didn't do it. I don't think anyone thought it could pass. Look, they regret it. Brexit, big regret. Sad foot for the non-European country of the United Kingdom.
Wow. Okay, there you have it. Clear decline in super chats since Travis started talking sincerely about politics.
Also, genuinely thank you to everyone who super chatted tonight. It's so funny.
That was amazing.
To be tipped as a bit. It's a really funny thing to have.
We love all of you so much.
I feel like we're good. I feel like we talked a lot.
Did we talk enough?
Yeah, we talked enough.
We talked too much.
Vince, anything else about the game?
That's the best line of the whole show. Vince, anything about the game?
I think we've covered it.
Look, say that.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Here's what's interesting. So they play Seattle on Saturday. I know if you reach the final and probably even if you reach that third place game, they probably will move the game. But the MLS season does start back again on August 24th, a week from our quarterfinal game on Saturday. There would still be a semifinal and then a possible third place. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I mean, we all got to see Giroud. We're going up to turf. Like, we're going to have to go up there again. The Open Cup, which we've all agreed here on this podcast is important as long as we keep going forward and we can host the final.
Yes.
I'm not saying I want LAFC to lose, but if they happen to lose on Saturday,
Luke pointed out it's going to rain on that turf too, which Lovely. Is going to be real fun for. Oh, hold on.
Oh my God.
Robo 836 $2. Thank you so much for the super chat. More commentary from the guy who went to Europe. Sure. Yeah.
Wow.
So here's the thing.
Best European dish that you had that you can't. Well, you know what? Now that you're here in America, Mr. Europe man, what is something that you miss so much about Europe that you can't get out here? There's got to be some kind of food or drink.
Was it the techno?
I did love the techno. I was there when Donald Trump got shot. I was in a techno nightclub when Donald Trump got shot.
Stitch that together.
Here's what I miss. In Copenhagen, there was a pastry that was like a cardamom bun, and it was so fucking good. I think about that pastry every time I have a shitty pastry here.
Wow.
And
Travis, so sorry to interrupt you, but we've got another super chat from his friend.
Stop it! Stop doing.
He says good night, everybody.
Is that how it ends?
I think
just
that
say
means
good night, everybody.
Stop the show. It would normally mean we have to stop the show, but I'm sorry, he's been one-upped by someone giving 1 cent less.
Oh no,
that is Mikey once again. He says usually when I tip, I get feet pics. Not this time.
If we hit
what establishments are you going to?
Look,
we're gonna do our airdrop of foot tokens shortly.
This easily is the most profitable day in this podcast history. No question. No question. And that's after splitting it three ways after YouTube takes a cut.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for sending in super chats as a bit
I'd like
all
to thank
night.
everybody
Hey.
for paying for Darren's birria tacos today.
Oh my God. Yeah, they
This is a
were.
bit I love.
I would pay so much more for those tacos than they are. So
Well,
thank you, everybody.
There you go. Ring endorsement.
Everybody pool money, and I'll give them a ton more money. I'll give them a huge tip. Getting paid to end the show, says Lindsay Moss.
People are paying us, begging us.
Lindsay Moss, by the way, had a lot of great comments that are actually about soccer, and I starred them to get back to later, but everyone kept making dumb comments that we had to show. Sorry to Lindsay, and thank you for that comment. Oh, God. Luke Clip. Come on, Luke. 99 cents for a super sticker.
Next time you see
Almost
Darren, Luke,
33
ask for a
almost
sticker.
2 quarters a person.
Would be 33 cents if we had an owned and operated way of giving you this show, but unfortunately we are slaves to YouTube.
How do we pay for? How do we get? What do we do with taxes? Have we figured that out?
I don't know. Yeah,
Wait,
I don't know.
you guys pay taxes?
on super
Why?
Do we have to form a corporation now?
Hey, Darren and Travis, there's no word of taxes in the Constitution, and that's the only rule of law in the United States. So
we got a sovereign citizen on this podcast.
Just me and Wesley Snipes.
Thank you so much, guys, for paying us to end the show. And genuinely, it means a lot that you're tipping us. It is going to pay for a lot of the shit that we need to make this.
It's
so
true.
thank you.
It's true. This is amazing. Thank you. This is not, in all seriousness, this is not a cakewalk to do this. And it's really helpful. So you guys roll.
Luke pointing out before we go that we do have to report this in.
Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering, you guys are being weird every time people are tipping. It's because we're so uncomfortable that you guys are paying us for something that we do generally like to do, but yeah, it takes time. But it is it's just weird that in a good way how awesome you guys are to like get in on it, have fun with the bit, but we're also very much we're self-loathing. And that starts from the top down. That comes from Travis all the way down to all of us. And we just
thank you for saying I'm the top. I think we all agree the pyramid of the show. Travis is at the top.
When I said self-loathing, you just worked up. It's like you went into a mode and you were like, let's talk about this. And so I was just wanted to make sure that you were at the top of the pyramid.
Look, we're having a lot of fun. Great game. Just letting you guys know, not going to Seattle, but thank you for the tip.
We're going to Chicago.
We are going to Chicago, so if we lose, that's also beneficial to us. But we want to win. This tournament is important. I actually do think if we win this game, I'll feel very good about this tournament. And then we have a really good chance. We have 2 games to get into.
I don't know how the schedules are going to coincide, but it would be very cool to win 2 pieces of hardware in like a single week. Oh, so I'm so sorry to interrupt myself.
You can pay in euros?
Oh my €2 enjoy my fellow Europeans. Oh my God, that's incredible.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup, Newt.
Wrap it up.
J'aime la Newt. How you say merci beaucoup?
Travis, I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
Shador.
Marcos Ramirez is back with $1.99.
Shut it down.
This is the most fun post game I've had in a long time.
It's incredible. I think we have.
By the way, please try to go into your local strip club with $1.99 and just yell, "Shut it down!"
Row 99.
We try to explain the YouTube split to them.
Thank you to.
Oh God, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Travis. Shea Gutierrez, 808. But another $1.99, a very popular donation.
Has this become a telethon? Are we just gonna go 24 hours?
It is. We are cam girls right now.
He says here to get all 3 of you at the game with sticks. What does that mean with sticks?
With stickers.
Oh, stickers. Yes, here to get all 3 of you at the game with stickers. Well, with the $1.99, we'll definitely make it.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out what the YouTube split is. It's probably like 60%.
Right? We're like, here's $1. We're like, wait a second.
55. How generous of the good people of YouTube.
After a platform fee. I can get into the details. It's one thing I can talk about. It's digital content.
Actually, this is now going to keep Darren up at night, so please stop tipping us.
Thank you guys so much. We love you. And we'll see you after the. Oh, we have to talk. Let's do some preview. We'll do some preview, but we'll talk about it after. I love you. Goodbye. Good night.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.